It is my pleasure to announce the launch of the Big Rappel, a truly remarkable challenge. After Princess Beatrice's announcement, why is Buckingham Palace acting irrationally? Joy and calm should wash over the realm with the arrival of a new royal baby. For the monarchy, though, it appears to be the inverse. Could it be related to the scandal involving Prince Andrew? Are they afraid of Beatrice because she stands up for her father? Will the new mother see this as a chance for a new beginning? In light of King Charles's rigid royal dynamics, what does the princess's future hold? Let's investigate. In a new age, the princess lives. Worlds collided when Edoardo Mozzi and Princess Beatrice of York celebrated a moment of happiness. In an Instagram post dated January 22, 2025, they announced the birth of their second child. Last week, we were blessed with the arrival of baby Athena. In the caption of a photo of Athena, wrapped in a blanket of white and pink, he wrote, "She is tiny and absolutely perfect. Everybody is doing fine, even Wolfie and Sienna, who are head over heels for her. Baby Athena, our love for you knows no bounds." At 12:57 p.m., their lovely daughter made her arrival. She crowned at 5 pounds 4 ounces. After Beatrice was born, her father Edoardo expressed his gratitude to everyone at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital for their kindness and support. Having Athena Elizabeth Rose join the family brightened the moment. Their announcement caused a commotion throughout the realm, as news outlets eagerly spread the word about the newest member of the royal family. But there appears to be a problem at Buckingham Palace. Even while it is customary to celebrate a new baby's arrival, the announcement of Beatrice's birth has a distinct tone among the congratulations from loved ones. When the royal family was going through a rough patch, some felt that Athena Elizabeth Rose arrived just in time. There are many who think her birth serves just to deflect attention away from the monarchy's more serious issues. Much is happening behind the scenes, despite the outpouring of support for Beatrice and her loved ones. The mysteries and unanswered questions surrounding Buckingham Palace are numerous. The initial news of their daughter, Sienna, was delivered in a formal and concise manner, while her husband was calm and emotional when he announced the birth of their daughter, Athena Elizabeth Rose. This was a quite different affair. An endearing photo of the baby girl, wrapped in a delicate pink blanket, quickly went viral online a few hours afterward. As a reassuring reminder of an outstanding queen, Elizabeth is her middle name. Queen Elizabeth II was the inspiration for Beatrice's daughter's name. She inherited the moniker from her great dynasty. In the middle of all the revelry, one can't help but question the royal family's decision to remain mute. The royal family, what's happening? Could this be the explanation for the blunder that occurred when the palace officially announced the arrival of Athena Elizabeth Rose? Yes, an irreparable error was committed by Buckingham Palace. A lot of people are starting to wonder if there's more going on than what's immediately apparent because of this mistake. Under King Charles's rule, what happens to Beatrice and her children? To further understand why Beatrice cannot perform royal duties in light of the present monarchy, let's examine the dynamics. Can you tell me who Princess Beatrice is and why the news of her announcement makes everyone at Buckingham Palace nervous? The unexpected news. Maybe it's all about that royal gaffe with Athena Elizabeth Rose the newborn. There was an error in Beatrice's birth announcement published by Buckingham Palace. The royal couple made an official announcement about Beatrice's pregnancy, but the details it divulged about Buckingham Palace were more than they had hoped for. The palace announced the news of Beatrice and Edoardo Mozzi's second pregnancy via its social media on 10/1/2024. Millions of people snapped screenshots before Buckingham's social media staff took down the release post on X. The original message misspelled the princess's title as Her Royal Highness, referring to Beatrice instead as Her Royal Highs. The palace removed the post and replaced it with the accurate reference for Beatrice. Sherry Highness Princess Beatrice and Mr. Edoardo Mozzi are delighted to announce that they are expecting a second child together in early spring. Their current children, Wolfie, who is 8 years old, and Sienna, who is 3 years old, will have a new sibling. Both families are overjoyed to hear the news, and they have told His Majesty the King. This may appear to be an innocent and small error, but was it really? The Buckingham Palace must have used the word so frequently that they couldn't afford to misspell it. Could it be that they were trying to convey a subliminal meaning to Beatrice, the princess? The title of Princess Beatrice of York was bestowed upon Beatrice. Following her 1988 birth, she was bestowed the title. Andrew, the prince, was the Duke of York when she was born. She deserved the honor. Why were contradictory signals emanating from the palace? Is Beatrice's status as a working royal irrelevant to their plans to usurp her title? Princess Beatrice and her sister Eugenie have persevered through Buckingham's unjust treatment and accomplished much. Thus this news is startling to many. There are no royal titles for Beatrice, Sienna, and the newborn Athena, who are the offspring of Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi and Beatrice. Neither before nor after her death did Queen Elizabeth I grant dukedoms or earldoms to Edoardo, who was married to Beatrice. Beatrice may be 11th in line to the crown, but her lovely daughters are far from being called princesses. It would appear that Edoardo's relatives have been more welcoming to her children than the royal family. Both Edoardo's Italian ancestry and his given title were notable. Because of his position as Count, Princess Beatrice is now a Countess. Count Alessandro Mapelli Mozzi, Edoardo's father, told the Daily Mail that his son will succeed him as head of the family because he was the only male. A Count Edoardo is. According to him, his wife will immediately become a countess, and any children they have will be either counts or noble donners. Unlike the powerful royal family, Alessandro Mapelli is more receptive to Beatrice and her children's aspirations. Even though Buckingham made an effort to fix a mistake that others thought was small and unimportant, it's hard to ignore because it could reveal something about Buckingham's feelings toward Beatrice's new baby, Athena Elizabeth Rose. Her Highness has undoubtedly been spelled correctly on numerous occasions. Now that it's in the public eye, everyone's ideas are running wild. People are speculating that it's a subtle disclosure of their true goals, while others think it's simply a human error. Prince Andrew's scandals have been a constant cloud over Beatrice and her children, but maybe Buckingham Palace will find a way to move on. This is just one more out-of-control notion. Meanwhile, 36-year-old Beatrice is getting back on her feet. Who exactly is Beatrice, the media mogul? Before we continue, as the daughter of a prince, she is a sensitive subject at Buckingham Palace. Therefore, let's learn more about her. On August 8, 8080, Princess Beatrice came into this world in London, England. Their first child, a grandson of Queen Elizabeth II, was received by Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Sarah, Duchess of York. 2 years later, her parents had a daughter, Eugenie, but Prince Andrew and Sarah's divorce prevented them from establishing a family of their own. Enjoying the life of a princess, Beatrice was the granddaughter of the King of the British Empire. As a child, she enjoyed the lavish attention of Queen Elizabeth II. Their bond was strong. There are those who think Beatrice was her favourite grandchild. It was said that the Queen lavished love and riches on Beatrice. The Queen bestowed a residence for Beatrice in the year 1997. The 9-year-old princess probably didn't need Birch Hall, a mansion in the Surrey village of Windlesham that is on the Grade 2 list. At that time, the mansion was valued at £1,500,000. Although the Queen's gift was ideal, Beatrice's mother, Duchess Sarah, insisted that her daughter repay her kindness. Sarah was concerned that her family would go into serious financial debt if they bought the mansion. Sarah was correct, and the Queen agreed. She bestowed a staggering £1,400,000 upon Prince Andrew and Sarah, to be used as a bequest to Beatrice and Eugenie. Upton House School in Windsor was the starting point for the tiny princess's education. Following that, she had a highly successful academic career at Ascot St George's School and Coworth Park School. After that, Beatrice enrolled in Goldsmith, University of London, to major in history. She completed the program in February 2011. Numerous royal obligations fell on Beatrice, as they did on every member of the royal family. Whether she liked it or not, she also had to endure being the center of attention. It was difficult for Beatrice, who preferred to keep her private life out of the spotlight, to strike a balance when everyone was staring. With all eyes on her family, she struggled to cope with her parents' divorce. Beatrice had figured out how to manage her royal duties, family life, and career, even though she hated being the center of attention. As soon as she finished school, she was required to assume her role